Scientists investigate heat so that we can use that information or knowledge in our everyday lives. So when scientists investigate the question, what is heat and how does heat move or how is heat transferred, that is so that in everyday lives we can keep ourselves safe and build utensils or equipment that will help us in our everyday lives. Often in the kitchen we see people go to the oven, and when they go to the oven they have something in their hand, a towel or a mitt. Because usually in the oven there are really hot, yummy things like cakes. The oven's extremely hot and the cake that we've just cooked is very hot. We know that the cake tin is metal, and metal conducts heat really, really well. So I need to use something, a mitt or a towel, to stop the heat from the metal coming to my hand and burning my hand. So I need to use the towel or the mitt to insulate the heat and stop it from coming to my hand. So the towel in this case or the mitt is an insulator that stops my hand from burning. Other tools or things that we use in our everyday lives where there's been some information taken from the work of scientists are flasks. Mostly today you have water flasks to drink from, and those flasks keep things cold. But some people have flasks to keep things hot, and so they take the hot water from the stove and they put it in their flask, being careful not to burn themselves. Now by putting the hot water in the flask and putting the lid on the flask, that hot water will stay hot for about 2 or 3 hours, because in the lining of the flask is some insulation that keeps the hot or the heat in, and hence keeps the water hot. So that's a flask that you might find in a kitchen. One of the other tools that we have that has come from information about heat and insulation are eskeys. When do you and your family use an esky? Usually when you're going out somewhere away from the house and you want to keep something cool. So you go to the freezer and you get the ice or ice packs out of the freezer and you put them into the esky, or you put the ice pack into the esky. You put your food in there as well, and it keeps your food cold. That's because inside of here, it's not just the plastic, it's in between the thicknesses of the plastic. So between there and there, there's some insulation that keeps the cold air from the ice in. So that is why insulation and our knowledge of heat is very important. It's contributed to our way of life. So science is important because it contributes to our way of life.